In this demo, we'll take a look at connecting to SQL Server running on Linux using a Kerberos-based identity provider. In this example, we'll use Active Directory as a Kerberos identity provider, but this will work with other Kerberos identity providers like Red Hat's Identity Manager or Centrify in the future. Here, I'll SSH into a SQL Server running on RHEL. And we can see that here we have SQL Server running here locally. And now we'll run the SQL CMD tool. And you can see here that the command line options include a -e parameter, which allows you to connect using a trusted connection or using like a Kerberos-based identity in order to be able to connect to the server as opposed to using a SQL login and password. So first we're going to run kinit to get a ticket granting token for the Active Directory user. And in this particular case, the user I'm logged in as has an Active Directory ID that's been created, and this particular server is also domain joined to an Active Directory domain. So now that I've done a kinit, I now have a ticket granting token here locally for this user, and we can run SQL CMD -e and then -s localhost to connect to the local server. And you can see that we're able to connect in here. We can run some queries like select add version. And we can see that we're running here on Red Hat Enterprise Linux. Now let's take a look at the same kind of thing from the Windows side. So on the Windows side, I might want to connect to this SQL Server running on RHEL from a Windows machine using this tool, SQL Server Management Studio, which is the most commonly used tool on the Windows side. So here I can just use Windows Authentication. I'm logging in as the Active Directory identity that we just used on the Linux side and connecting to the same server, and you can see that that just works. Connect using SQL CMD on Windows in the same way. Just like that, it just connects using the -e parameter from Windows to Linux, using Active Directory as the identity provider to negotiate the connection between the two and authenticate this user to the server. Thanks for watching.